2Hearts Radio. Ann and Sandra have a mission to create romance in the world every day. It's a tall order when most men are struggling to up their game to find a quick hookup or long-term partner. Sandra and Ann give their listeners the necessary tools to succeed.
We're going to talk. We have hopefully a guest coming in that's going to tell us a little bit about. We just talked to Marcus. Everybody heard that.
Yeah, we're talking to three guys today about their dating life, and we're trying to help them up their game so they get luckier in love, whether it's getting laid or finding a relationship. So Mark, he was a little stiff, but he definitely can do it. He can definitely do it.
Yeah, I think he's very dateable, and he just needs to loosen up, like Tyler, the caller, said. But Anne, I think there are maybe some other tips before we bring in our next guest that we could give a guy on manscaping.
Well, that's an interesting topic, manscaping. I have this funny story, actually.
Because you brought it up. You said you asked one of our first callers, was he well groomed?
Right.
So how important is that?
Well, grooming is important. I mean, when you're going out and you're going to meet a woman, they don't normally see that kind of manscaping, but they'll notice your fingernails if they're cleaned and trimmed, and your hair, your hair on your head and the ears and the eyebrows. Keep it trimmed, guys. Women, they have to go through and wear high heels and put makeup on. It'd be great if you guys can just clean it up a little bit. At least when you're first dating or when you want to go out and you want to meet someone, you've got to be at the top of your game. But as far as manscaping down there,
your manhood is what she's talking about.
It's hey, if you're manscaping, you can look up to an inch bigger if you trim it back. So that's the first bonus. You'll have more sensation down there because with a lot of the hair gone, you just feel more. So that's another bonus, right? I mean, we all like that. And women will like it if it's trimmed back and they can see it. So
it's like, who wants to get a mouthful of hair? I mean, guys don't like it. Women have been doing that for years. So guys,
doing what? Waxing.
They've been waxing and they've been shaving and they've been keeping it all trimmed up. And now, if you aren't doing this, I mean, most guys kind of know to do this, but if you're not doing it, you need to do it. You need to do it for that woman, and because they don't want a big surprise when they go down there.
Even if you're in a relationship and you're just a wild jungle down there, your wife or your partner may love it if you trim it back. That might be a great surprise, and they'll be like, "Ooh, honey, what'd you do?" It's good no matter how you slice it.
That's
trim it
true.
back, guys. Trim it back. So get with the times. And if she loves the jungle, great, keep it. But it's always good to spice it up, right? I mean, we all love something new.
I like to wax it all off and shock my lover.
I tried that recently. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like it. And that's all. It is a great surprise. I like what Ann said that trim it up, and then once you get in the sack, then she's got a big surprise, and that's going to, add a lot and spice up what's going on.
So I had this funny, on our way here, Sandra and I were talking in the car, and I'm like, okay. I was remember because we were talking about dating disasters, and I was remembering this date I had. I was young 20s, okay, right out of college, and there was this guy I was working with, and we were flirting. We'd gone on a couple of dates. So on like the third date, he came into my apartment. I was living in Manhattan, and we had wine, and we started making out. And he grabbed my hand and he put it on his stomach. And
did he put it in his crotch?
No. It wasn't there. No. But there was a lot of chemistry, but he was a bear. He was full of hair, and it was so shocking to me. And I wasn't that, I was 22 or 23. I wasn't that experienced. So to feel someone's hairy stomach, and I'm fine with hair, but he was a monster. He was like an ape. And guys, you can't, you got to trim it back. I mean, like the 40-year-old version, if you're that hairy, you got to do something about it.
So did your fingers get stuck in his hair?
No, it was like a quick pullback. I quickly pulled it back, and when we ran out of
wine, what happened?
When we ran out of wine, he went to go get wine.
Wine and condoms.
I'm pleading the fifth on that. But he left to go get more wine, and I conveniently fell asleep and didn't hear the door.
Or did you lock him out? That's what I think. You locked him out, right?
Well,
you didn't want to go there.
I didn't want to go there. I was too scared of what was under his shirt. So that's just another lesson in men out there, please manscape. because you'll frighten someone.
If you're really hairy. I mean, I like a little hair on the chest too, but I don't like a jungle down there. So,
but yeah, if you're good, hair is good on your chest. Light to medium amount of hair is good, but if you have a lot, trim it back, wax it, do something with it. We've got someone on the line.
We have Ramona is our expert on manscaping. So we are going to get Ramona on the line, and she's going to tell us exactly how it's done. If you are going to do it at home, but Ramona, you run a spa. You're an esthetician, a licensed esthetician.
I sure am.
Hi, Ramona.
Hi. It's been nice talking with you girls.
I know.
I was listening to you, and I just thought I had to call in.
Oh, well, thanks for calling. We're so glad you're...
We want more tips on manscaping from you.
Do you have a lot of guys that come in and get their manhood trimmed?
Are you kidding me? It has gotten to be a pretty big business for me and some of my colleague estheticians. We started out we had girls that would come in to get waxed. Of course, us ladies always keep ourselves looking beautiful down there. And the girls would always complain. I mean, I'm doing this for my boyfriend. How come my boyfriend doesn't do this for me? And I said, well, you know what? You just have to start letting them know they have to come see me, and we'll take care of it. So we do anything from completely waxing it all off.
Wow.
We do anything from just trimming it back a little.
And is it true? Does it make it look bigger when you trim it back?
Oh, 100 times bigger.
Oh my God.
100 times.
So the girlfriends that send their boyfriends in, they're so happy with it, and they're like, "Woohoo! Thank you, Ramona."
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And you know what? It was. We thought at first it was going to be hard to get them in, but the way the girls are like, you know what? I do this for you, sweetie. Will you do it for me?
All right, that's great. And
it's also more fun as a woman to be able to, go down there without all that.
Without getting a mouthful when you're done. Yes. So, Ramona, I want to ask you a question. So when a guy, he comes in and he's never done this before, what's it like? Is he freaked out? Is he scared? Tell me tell me some of the stories.
Well, definitely scared, a little bit nervous, but there are a lot of men out there that do get, their back waxed, and maybe there's a lot of bodybuilders that get their chest waxed, and then just the normal guy will come in for definitely the back waxing, and so he's a little bit used to it already.
Okay.
But they're nervous. They're nervous even when they come in for a facial. But
do they ever get a hard on? Because I bet you're really hot.
Oh wow.
Well, maybe they do afterwards, but I think it's just a little bit uncomfortable that no, and there's certain
awkward.
There's certain positions you have to get in that they have to get in.
Oh, that's right. Do they have to get up on all their knees, all fours?
Yeah, well, if we want to do the back area, for sure.
The butthole.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, they trim it and wax it back there. That's an owie. It's a little painful, guys. The guys who've never done it, it's a little painful, but it's worth it. It's just
yes, and they get used to it, and we're very gentle. And like I said, a lot of my other esthetician colleagues are building a pretty big business on it.
Right. So you trim the hair first, and then you wax it. Baby powder. What do you do?
As women, we're used to getting ours waxed, once a month, so there is not a lot of trimming that goes on. But for men, when they come in, oh my goodness.
It's like out in the hedges, right? You got to get the clippers out, the hedge shears.
No wonder these women are wanting them to trim back or wax. So, we definitely get some shears out. Shears actually work a little bit better. And then if we're going to wax it all off, then we take it down pretty short and wax it. But a lot of times it's just about the grooming and trimming it back and taking care, of course, the hair around the back area. And I'm telling you guys, it is so much better if your man takes care of himself down there.
Okay. I agree, because then we're more likely to go down there more often, and we know how much they like that.
It's a win-win. For all you guys listening out there, it's a win-win. Go get waxed or trim it back. You'll get more blowjobs, okay?
Exactly. And it's, of course, it's even a nice feel next to your skin down below as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Ramona, let me ask you a question, because you've done this with guys. Have they ever asked you out afterwards?
I have a rule not to date my clients.
Okay, that's a good rule.
That's a very good rule.
With the exception of, no, I'm just kidding.
And what does your boyfriend think of you doing this to other men? Is he jealous? Does it?
We
Tell
don't
me.
talk about it.
You don't talk about it. Okay.
He just knows that his looks fabulous, and that's all I care
So you
about.
you trim him back free of charge, right?
Oh, definitely. And he gets excited about it.
Oh my gosh! Well,
Oh,
Ramona,
how fun. Good foreplay.
The straightest, manly man you'll ever meet, and he loves doing it.
Oh,
That's
my God.
great. That's great. Well, Ramona, thank you so much for calling in, and thanks so much for listening to the show. We've got a couple of other callers. We've got a guy talking about manscaping. He wants to, I guess, share his stories. So listen up. Maybe you can give him some advice a little bit later. But we're going to take Jeff right now. Jeff is on the call with us. Jeff?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, how y'all ladies doing?
We are
good.
great. Do you manscape?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm trying to, right?
Yeah?
I shave up my wife for her, and she likes it a lot. We take the showers together and
Oh,
whatnot.
nice.
I did
Nice.
that once with a lover. That is very sexy.
So you shave your wife, and then what happens?
So I ask her to trim me up, and she gets all grossed out and tells me no.
No,
Oh, no.
way. I used to trim up my guys. I like it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know what I need to do. I mean, I'm leaving her a little strip just how she wants it,
Right?
shave it and everything, and I mean, I'm not giving her razor bumps or yanking on her hair or nothing weird.
Wow, you sound very efficient and skilled there. That's good.
But she
maybe-
doesn't like to do you.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. It's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Go to the barber shop?
So wait a minute. Well, maybe you should say, well, I'll trim you, but you have to trim me first. You could try that and see. Hold her hostage a little. Honey, I go first this time.
Or tell her you're going to go see Ramona. And
Yeah.
Ramona's going to trim you up.
Or make her make an appointment for you. If she's not going to do it and reciprocate, she has to make the appointment for you.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
it'll give. I mean, I was just seeing if I was in the wrong. I mean,
no,
No,
absolutely
no,
not.
absolutely-
Quid pro quo.
Yeah, and maybe you should have her call and we'll talk to her or something.
Yeah.
you think I should just divorce her?
No, because it sounds like you guys are having fun. It's too much trouble. Then you got to find another good woman.
And maybe you go and you trim up most of it, and then you let her just like do just a little bit here and there, you know?
That's a good idea. Trim a little bit first.
If I'm going to trim mine, though, do I need to go get like clippers or something, or?
Just regular
Scissors?
kitchen scissors. No. No, yeah, just regular. Actually, something that you would cut your hair with is fine, and then you can shave it too.
Okay.
And you know, actually, on our website, I think we have some tips
yep.
on 2Hearts at 2heartsonline.com. That's the number 2heartsonline.com. So go check it out, and we can give you some tips on how you can do it at home if you don't have a spa or a salon that does that for men.
Yeah, you're going to want to trim it back first because it's probably long if it's never been trimmed. So trim it down to about 1/4 of an inch, and then you get your razor out. And make sure you buy a new razor because, you know, with all that thick hair, you need a sharp razor.
I just don't want to cut the worm. That's all.
I know.
I know. Don't harm that.
Well, I would suggest going out and having it done first, and then it should grow back finer. So then you could probably trim it yourself. You know, watch
their
person do it
technique.
to you. Yeah, and then you could do it yourself probably.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I appreciate y'all's help. I'm going to go talk to my wife. And
All
see
right.
Okay.
And have her call. We'll talk to her. Okay.
Thank you, Jeff. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, we've got a couple of our other hookup makeovers to do here. And so we have, I think
Who's
Andy.
next?
I think Andy's coming in. No? We have, we have another caller.
another caller.
Madison is on the phone. And I don't know if it's a he or a she, but let's see because Madison is a trimmer.
Okay.
Madison?
Yeah,
Oh, you're a guy.
Hey,
I
Madison.
am a guy.
Cool.
So, do you mean you're a trimmer? You do it for a living, or you just trim yourself?
No, I trim myself.
All right. Well, how long have you been doing it?
Oh, for about 25 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow, you're ahead of your time.
Now, what made you start? Did a woman say, you better trim that or you're not getting near me? What happened?
My wife and I both agreed that we were kind of tired of getting hair in our mouth when we go down on each other.
Okay.
That's like the big thing for me. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if you trim down there, you're more likely to get more action down there. And that's, that's kind of the bottom line. So you started trimming.
Oh, yeah. A little pointer for that guy, he was saying that, and you were saying that at first you're really, really thick, your hair. Mm-hmm. A good thing, what I use is an actual, hair trimmer.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like one of those electric ones? Is it electric?
Yes, it has gauges on it, so you can trim it down, and then take a razor, go in the shower and take a razor and lightly go over what you've already done.
Right.
And before you know it, you're bald and you're clean, and it's awesome.
That's great.
That's
Madison.
Great advice. Yeah.
So if you're still listening up, now you know how to do it at home.
Now, Madison, I have another question. How often do you do it?
I try to keep it up about once a month.
Okay. And you just have to, do you get the electric shaver out every month, or is it just a clean up with the razor?
Clean up with the razor after you do it initially. It grows back, and all it is basically like whisker stubble.
Oh, okay. Well, Madison, thank you so much for calling. We appreciate it, and keep listening.
Yeah, and to all you guys out there who've never tried it, you shouldn't be afraid. It's not that painful. We have Madison. We have Madison. So
he's proof. Okay, Madison, we will talk to you soon. Keep listening.
2Hearts Radio with Ann and Sandra.